go checking our systems here. So we got the port wiper, which doesn't exist. There's a switch there. Starboard wiper. Okay, we got a wiper, a horn. Looks like a Livewell pump. Navigation lights. Come on, and I'm sure that has your anchor light too. Bilge pump. You can hear the bilge pump. Got that. We're running right here. We got side controls on the side here. Seats are swivel, about the right height. I can see on the horizon here. This is eye level looking out. So that's where my eyes sit about, where the camera's looking. We've got a brand new top on here. Grab handles above the windshield to get up and out. We've got a rigging station in the back there. 115 Yamaha. This is a 2006 or 7, and we got an 8-horse Yamaha that is electric start, but it's not power tilt trim, but it's electric start. So we've got those. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and give this boat a run around and see how it does. So we're gonna start off. I did notice too, the gauge, RPM gauge, is kind of funny. It sticks, it kind of sticks a little bit. When it goes, it sticks in certain areas. Okay, so there we go. Fuel gauge seems to be going up and down when the boat moves. So that's a good sign on the fuel gauge. So we go in here. Go ahead and give this a little bit more throttle. I'm gonna lock it in with my knee. I'm trimmed all the way down right now. It's trimmed down. There we go. Adding power there. Seems to be doing good. Wheel holds still, no touching the wheel. It seems to be holding really good. Easy to turn. So it's very responsive on the maneuvering. It is trimmed all the way down. I'm going to go ahead and bring the trim off a little ways. Try to get the boat sitting a little bit flatter. There we go. There we go. Oh man, this thing is very responsive on the steering. I like the ride. That's great. So I put it into a hard left-hand turn to port. I'm going to go ahead and hit our wake here. It's coming up. Okay, feel it, but not bad at all for a 19-foot boat. This doesn't have a huge deep V on it, so it rides out nice. But this does have a delta pad, which makes a big difference in how they run. So I'm going to add some more throttle here. That's opening it up. This thing steers amazing, actually. Man, this thing is so nice. Controlling it is great. One-hand turns. Hardly any effort to get this thing to turn. It's all over the place. This thing is so responsive. So responsive. Look at that, banking hard. This is like a performance. This thing's got a pretty good performance on those bank turns. They're nice, but the stability of the ride is right on. It's a good ride here. Into that. Into that. The motor's kind of louder in this boat though. Just the acoustics of how the boats are put together. But you can hear it pretty good inside the boat here. Pretty responsive. Everything sounds good there. Bank's good. Overall condition of the boat. There's some don't know if we'll probably get this on the walk around, but you can see some of the paint's bubbling there, which is kind of typical of any boat where anywhere you have a leak, you get some of that bubbling on there. Upholstery's in pretty good shape though. Seat height's pretty good. You sit a little low in this boat just as naturally because where the windshield is, so you couldn't sit any higher or else it'd be a problem, but sit a little low on it. The gauge is not working, the mile per hour and the RPM gauge is giving trouble. We'll see on the voltage because it's sitting above 12 right now, which is probably about right because those batteries were pretty soft when we started the motor. It might just been from sitting for a while and something been on or something, but those charge up pretty good and easy, and I think one of them's pretty new on the batteries. So go there, run into the dock here, and see how we're doing. Everything else looks pretty good in here. That nice new top, that's worth a lot there. That's pretty valuable. So we'll go in there, and I think that pretty much cuts it here. Let's try out the radio. Kicks on. Okay, we're going to neutral here. Actually, I'm going to hit reverse because I got a little breeze pushing this in. So this is the exterior walk around of the 2006 Duckworth 18 Advantage. We're going to go from the bow here, the tongue of the trailer, and back, and kind of show the features as well as any damages or anything, so that you have a full, you're confident in whatever or what this boat actually is. So this is a consignment we have here. The tongue was changed out to a 2 5/8 inch ball or 5/16 inch ball, so it is a bigger ball than you need for this. He did it just because most of his trailers had that, the previous owner. So this can be taken off simply and for like 40 bucks be changed out to a normal 2 inch ball. But we've got 4 flat lights, swing away tongue here, and we've got good sized winch on this, so pulled it on really good and easy. Swing up jack on there. It's an easy loader galvanized trailer with oil bath hubs on it. The boat itself is unique in a couple of ways. One, they have a nice big reverse chine. We'll look at that from the back, but it comes up here and starts in the front. Has a big reverse chine and a delta pad in the middle. But storage area up front here, a little cleat to tie off up there, and some storage in the very front of the bow here. And the top on this is actually new. Good glass on the front here. There's a couple bubbles right here in the paint. So there's a couple of bubbles here, which is pretty typical of a boat like this, gonna have those. Here's your gas fill right here. Let's see if it even comes off. So gas fill, this is the good kind of cap. It can't get water in over the top, so that's a good setup. And it's got the navigation lights on the top of the gunwale here. Fuel vents there, and scupper here for the deck to drop it off. Duckworth pulls them out so they drip off and don't run down the side of the boat. It's kind of cool. This has got paint top. This is a vinyl wrap on the bottom that was done like 6 months ago or so, vinyl wrap. And then again, the top is brand new, so all the top is clean and clear and heavy duty and well made. So that one's, you're starting out fresh on there. And so we go back here, bunk trailer. There's the oil bath hubs. Tires look to be in pretty good condition. Usually these oil baths do pretty well on the roads. It's got these Fulton tie downs on the side here, and these are clever, but the problem is they don't do good in salt water, so these ones are already starting to corrode up and get hard to do, but they're super nice if you can keep them working on these types of boats. Just douse them real good with some W40 or some kind of a anti-corrosion spray. We've got a little bit more of that bubbling back here in the paint. A few scratches along the side. You can see scrapes from the docks and stuff. But overall, not too bad for a 2006. The trolling motor starts and runs. We ran it out there. It does not have power tilt trim, but it has electric start on it, and it is a high thrust model, so it does great for trolling. And it does have a connecting rod between the two motors that actually works good, so you can run it and steer it off the front, but you can throttle it back here. So we've got that. Prop looks decent on that. A little bit of sand on this prop here and stuff. We've got here's the delta pad. See how that goes flat in the middle? That is a pad that it can sit on. It makes the boat a little bit more efficient. It feeds better water to the prop. There's a lot of reasons why those are pretty great. I like them a lot myself on boats that have them. Nice long shaft here on the thing, so you got plenty of freeboard in the back. so there's a pretty high, good amount of height there. It does have a swim step to climb up, but it's fixed, so there's not a ladder or anything on this, but there's also no hardware, nothing to flop around, so it's pretty stable and solid for anybody that can climb up on that out of the water. And then going down here, down the starboard side, looks pretty straight. There's a couple of crab pot scratches here and there, maybe a little bit on the rail, some rub on the rail there. There is a spare tire with it, but it's not much to speak of. I don't even know if it should be on there or not, because it doesn't look very good. The other tires are way nicer. And then we have a small ding right here. You can see there's a ding right here. It's kind of hard to see. It's about that big little ding, but it's quite minimal. Otherwise, all in all, it's pretty straight. Looks good underneath. Looks good that way. So all in all, it's a pretty darn clean boat. If you, I know the maintenance was all done on it, like 6 months ago. I had all the maintenance done on it, like the full maintenance. So it should be up on everything on there. All around, it's a pretty good boat, darn clean boat for its age. And when I was running it here, you'll see in the video when I was running it, I was really pleased with the way it steered, the control of it. Some boats kind of feel a little squirmy, like you're not quite in control. This boat was tacked in, like you didn't feel like if you made a turn, you knew how to anticipate that turn, because it followed exactly what you would think it should do. So that, not all boats do that. Some of them don't respond like that. So this boat did really good in that area. All in all, I think it's a pretty darn good boat, so it should be a good value for a 2006, I mean, aluminum boat. So if this is a boat that interests you, then get Jackson, who's behind the camera here, hit him up through this ad, or call us at the shop, 541-991-8783, and hit number 3, I think that'll take you, or number 2, I think that'll take you to Jackson directly, and then you can do a deposit on it, come and check it out, look it over, see what you think. But this video should give you a good idea of what all this boat is. We don't want to hide anything, because we want you to know exactly what to expect when you see this boat. Green Marine.